Members of the Islamic Movement of Nigeria are calling for the release of their leader, Ibrahim El-Zakzaky. Well, on Monday, the military opened fire on a procession of IMN members heading to the Abuja demonstration. Well, let's get you more on this with CGTN's Kelechi Emekolum in Abuja for us. Kelechi, these protests by Shiite followers in Abuja, they're becoming increasingly violent. What's the latest you have on this? And do we know any more about the figures of casualties?
Oh, well, indeed, the protests have become increasingly violent. In the videos that have been circulating through the weekend until Monday, now we've seen protesters in large numbers storm the highways and byways demanding the release of their leader, Shi'ite El-Zakzaky. Now, at the peak of the protests, especially when the protesters cite security officials, whether police or soldiers, that's when the chaos starts. Now we see some people from the crowd picking up stones and sticks, throwing at the soldiers, who in turn open fire. And we hear persistent gunshots as well. We also see people scampering away to safety while others lay wounded on the ground. Now, no official figures have been released as regards the casualties. Now, 3 were confirmed dead as at Sunday, but the Shiites have said as many as 10 of their members have been killed and several others wounded. The military insists they responded in self-defense.
And Kelechi, how influential are these Shiite followers, and what led to the imprisonment of their leader?
Now, Sheikh Ibrahim El-Zakzaky was arrested in 2015 after clashes between sect members and the military allegedly resulted in multiple deaths. His followers clashed with Nigerian soldiers in Zaria, which is said to be a holy Shiite city in the northern state of Kaduna. The military said that Zakzaky's followers had tried to assassinate the Nigerian Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Buratai, and had barricaded roads being used by Buratai's motorcades. Now, the government filed 8 counts of homicide against Zakzaky, and although a court has since ordered his bail, the government has continued to detain him.
And finally, Kelechi, how is the government responding to these sustained protests, and what containment strategies are likely to be put in place, do you think?
Well, really, government officials themselves have barely spoken about this, and it's unclear what containment strategies they have in their plans. Now, what remains consistent here is the way and manner the protesters end up clashing with security forces, leaving many to presume that the probable containment strategy would be violent clashes with security forces, but as it is, it's really not clear, what other containment strategies are in place.
Okay, thank you very much for that update. That was Kelechi Emekolum there in Abuja for us.